Playgrounds are rapidly disappearing, but it wasn't too long ago that they were super popular at nearly every store and fast food restaurant. And so, before they're all gone, I figured I'd make it my quest today to visit every store's playground I could find to figure out which one is truly the best and deserves to stay. And I'll be rating each playground based on 3 factors: fun, cleanliness, and safety. So let's have some fun, and hopefully they end up letting me on these playgrounds. I'm currently in front of McDonald's because McDonald's has things called play places, which is their version of playgrounds. Interestingly, now only 4% of McDonald's have play places, whereas previously it was 40% because now they're replacing all their play places with cafes. The drill for this one, as stated, is going to be assessing the cleanliness, the safety, and the fun of this play place to see if it's worth going to. All right, guys, so this is the McDonald's play place. This thing is very tall. Like, structurally, it is incredibly tall. It's like a full-on jungle gym where I guess they have different things like slides, and they have daily cleanings. We were just told that at 9 o'clock every single day, they clean out the McDonald's play place. They're on top of it here at McDonald's. They're definitely keeping things clean despite the fact that there's so few left. Like, you would think that McDonald's corporate doesn't care about their play places. They do. And as somebody who has some McDonald's land play place items, I would know. All right, let's check out their rules and regulations here at this playground. It's designed for children's ages 4 to 12 only. It's not gonna work for me. Socks must be worn at all times, but remove your shoes, standard. And it looks like this is where you're gonna put your shoes in this little cubby right here. No climbing or standing. It's a jungle gym. Are you supposed to climb? They're pretty standard overall, but I'm excited to check this thing out. Here we have a little toddler area. Children 3 years old and under are able to play here, but it looks like there's only 2 things they could play with. I don't know, what is a toddler supposed to do with this? Do you just like hold it and just grip it? Does this like mimic something? I don't understand. If you're a toddler, you could just sit on this. Guess you have a little bit of rocking, and then above you is just nothing. A little subcategory, toddler fun, would be a 3 out of 10 because there's only 2 little things for the toddlers. That's assuming if you're 3 and under. So now we're going to 4 to 12, which is the main playground stuff. So let me make sure to take off my shoes before I go inside here. Hopefully I don't get hand, foot, mouth. And let's head in. And here we have the first slide. That may have been the weakest slide I've ever been on, and I've been on a lot of slides. So here we have like a little step up, and I think it's a pole that you're supposed to maybe climb, so I'm gonna attempt to do that. But what do you do with this? I don't understand what this is supposed to do. Oh, wait a second. Oh my gosh, it's like a little pogo stick. Okay, this is very intuitive. The fun aspect is just spiked. It went from 3 for toddlers to right now like a solid 8. Like this alone, I could probably spend an entire day just doing this. All right, that is a cool ride from McDonald's right there. But let's go up now. It says watch my step. I mean, there's more than enough clearance. So it is cool up here. Wow, it's like a maze. We're in a McDonald's too. That's kind of crazy. All right, and then up here is some cool netting that I think is supposed to be like a little restriction. So if you're a kid, you're not allowed to go on this. This is probably more so a visual thing, but nonetheless, cool area for you to go. I am very high up. I'm probably like 15 feet up. So this is a good exposure to heights if you're a kid. So if the first place you ever go where you're like off the ground meaningfully, it's probably at the play place. And you get to see inside the restaurant, which is cool. So I'm able to basically see patrons eating while I'm playing around. Now I am a little concerned because my weight is significantly over what they said, so I hope it doesn't fall down. Oh no, how are we supposed to get through here? This is the obstacle we just met right here. There's actually 2, so it looks like you could choose 2 paths, left or right. All right, let's try to get through these little holes here. Oh, okay. I don't understand how this is supposed to be fun. Oh no. Oh no, I think I'm stuck. How am I supposed to get out of this? I'm stuck in the McDonald's play place. I hope Ronald's not coming. All right, maybe I could just like somehow army crawl. Yep. Okay, here we go. We're making progress. I gotta get out of this. I could see why they say that's for 4 to 12-year-olds because I do not fit comfortably through there. But now it's time for Big Bertha. I'm gonna go down this yellow slide right here, which I think is the main attraction of this play place. All right, here goes nothing. There's not really a grip to enter. Usually they have like a grip so you could slide your body in. So I think they want me to go down like face first, which is kind of nasty. So I'm just gonna go in unconventionally. Ow. Okay, we're fine. Now while I'm up here, I do want to note that it is pretty clean despite the fact it wasn't cleaned yet. So this is like the dirtiest it will ever be, and it's actually not that bad. But here goes the main attraction. Here I go. Woo! Oh, pretty cool. Wow, that was a lot more intense than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, we have a little bit of trash here at the bottom, but nothing we can't get past. Okay, I mean, for the big finale, that was actually quite intense. It was like longer than I thought, because it's kind of condensed here, but overall pretty fun time. And I lied, because this wasn't actually the finale. This one is right here, because it looks like you're able to go down and slot yourself. I am definitely gonna get stuck, but I'm going to do it. All right, I've never seen this before, so I don't know what this is supposed to be, but it is quite fun. Oh, I'm actually fitting good too. Okay. It's a little bit of a workout. Whew. It was a workout. I was looking for this. I was hoping they had some hand sanitizer because that's actually the biggest safety thing needed, which they do. I would say in terms of fun, it had some pretty interesting things that you don't really see at a lot of playgrounds, but it wasn't as expansive as you would typically think of a playground. So I can't go anything above 7, but I am going to give it a 7 on the fun scale. In terms of safety, even though I am considerably over that 4 to 12 range, I never felt unsafe at any point. And I like that there's a lot of windows to see in, it's accessible, and they clean it pretty often. So I think in safety, I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. And then cleanliness, I mean, despite the fact it wasn't clean when I went on and it was still pretty clean, indicates to me that it's typically very clean. And so I have to give them benefit of the doubt here and give them a 9 out of 10 on the cleanliness scale as well. Which if we were doing a weighted average, that would give the McDonald's Play Place an 8.3 out of 10, which is actually really high. So really good score from McDonald's there, but let's move on to the next playground. I'm currently outside of Chick-fil-A, and did you know that 15% of Chick-fil-A's actually have playgrounds inside of them? Chick-fil-A playgrounds were actually voted the #1 playground for kids across all fast food restaurants. So what I'm going to do is go inside and assess these 3 things, because despite seeing them all the time, because they are pretty prevalent here in New Jersey, I've never actually been inside one, nor have I been with a kid who has been inside of one. The standard and quality of Chick-fil-A is typically much higher than any other restaurant or store, so I'm excited to see what they did with the playground. They just opened, so we want to get these playgrounds before there's kids on the playground, because I don't want to be in there with the kids, like run into them on the slide. You see the issue with that? So I think this is a good time to go. So there it is. It's called the activity corner. Wow. So beyond a playground, there's more activities to do. So in addition to just the playground area, which we're going to check out, there's a book barn too, where you could read different books. Like they have Star Wars, and they have some board games here as well, like Jenga, Tapple, coloring as well. So they have a Chick-fil-A crossword puzzle. Dang, and they even have like different events like bingo and story time with the Moo Crew. Does that mean that the mascot comes out? Any host trivia? Come on in, we're open, but you must be shorter than this to play. I think I fit. Playground for little chicken eaters only. All right, well, it's misspelled, so I think that's okay then. All right, let's check it out. All right, so this is what it looks like inside of the Chick-fil-A playground area. So we have a bunch of different slides, some climbing areas for toddlers, and then they have some games here as well. So they have a beauty shop. Whoa, what is this? Oh, is this one of these fun games? Yeah, it's like a little hourglass where you could fill things up. So we have the cocoon, we have the caterpillar, we have the butterfly, and if you want to create a butterfly, bam. So Chick-fil-A out here literally teaching kids about the animal kingdom. And then they have a funhouse mirror too. Look at me. This is not what I look like, but according to reality, it is. So that's the beauty shop, and then next to it is the pet store. And then they have these classic games where you're supposed to turn them and match up the different animals. This is the cubby where you're supposed to put your shoes. So I'm going to comply. Brought some meta glasses, so I'm able to show you my POV in there. So if you are a kid, or if you want to be a kid, or if you want to relive your childhood, this is what you would see. All right, I'm hoping this is fun. Oh, I already hit my head. Okay, so far so good with the cleanliness. It seems pretty clean up here. I actually don't see a speck of dirt, so this playground is actually quite clean. Going into this area, ooh, this looks fun. They have a straight path with a slide, and they have a left tunnel, so I'm going to go left. I really hope this can support my weight, but I guess it's fun because I have 2 options, so at least they're giving me the option. And then over here, I have a little window, so you could say hi to your parents or whoever's bringing you here, hopefully your parents and guardian. And then here is the best part. There is a rocket ship that is attached to this playground where you can actually use things like this wheel, and you can actually move the entire Chick-fil-A, like the structure, like it's Patrick's Rock and SpongeBob. Then you're able to see out of the restaurant. So I see an employee right there who doesn't seem to care that we are in this playground. And then you could breathe because they give you some holes there as well. And then you're going back in this area. And then this is the slide right here, so it's time to go down. All right, here we go. Woo! Oh my gosh, that was insane. Of course. Nice. Wouldn't expect anything less. So in terms of the fun, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit lackluster. I thought there would be more, it's just not as built out. But with that being said, there was like a good amount of things to do, like activities. So if we're accounting for like the board games and like the word searches and everything else, that's as good as it kind of gets. The actual playground area was underwhelming, but I think overall, considering everything, I have to give it like an 8.5 out of 10. In terms of safety, I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 because everything seemed pretty safe, but there was like a little point at which I thought I was gonna fall in that spaceship. But nonetheless, that was probably just in my head. And then in terms of cleanliness, I'm gonna give them another 9 out of 10. There's maybe like a little bit of specks here and there, but I think at the end, somebody was coming in with a vest, and I think they were there to clean it, so we might have just gone in before the cleaning was happening, but overall, for it not being cleaned, it was very clean. Would I trust my kids to go in there? Probably. Are they gonna get hand, foot, and mouth? Probably. But that's what any of the playgrounds you're gonna see in this video. But Chick-fil-A playgrounds, if you are under the age of 12 and 54 inches, I'd say check it out. That gives us an average score for this Chick-fil-A, an 8.6 out of 10 stars. stars, which is quite high. So it's gonna be very difficult to beat this. I'm currently outside of Burger King because a lot of Burger Kings have playgrounds inside of them. This one in particular is one of the last remaining Burger Kings with a playground in New Jersey. All the remodels have done away with the playgrounds for some reason, and now just 5% of Burger Kings still have playgrounds. And this one even has a sign that says it has an indoor playground, so that's how you know that there's very few of these left. Let's go ahead and go inside though so we can assess the safety, fun, and cleanliness of this Burger King playground. All right, so here's what this playground area looks like. I actually was at this Burger King playground in the past. I did it for another video, but this time I'm here for a full assessment of this place. So right here is the BK Kids Playground rules. So kids must be supervised by a happy adult. That's the first time we're seeing that because most of the time the parents are unhappy. Kids must be 4 to 10, but it looks like somebody crossed that out and now it says any age in order to play here. So that's a good sign for me. Then of course you have to remove your shoes, keep your socks on, no running, no food or drink, and we are not responsible for lost or stolen items. If you see anything weird, we don't know what to do. But here's what it looks like. So pretty standard. I mean, this one is pretty small comparatively to the rest of the ones you're gonna be seeing in this video. This one is by far the smallest. There looks to be like one linear path through this thing, but they do have some interesting things that you're not gonna see at any other playgrounds, including some of these vending machines here, which includes candy that probably hasn't been taken since maybe like 1980, and then a bunch of different Squishmallows here, which I remember last time you need to have some coins in order to operate it, and unfortunately I don't have coins. All right guys, so my shoes are officially off because I want to follow protocol, and let's assess. Okay, first thing I'm noticing is it is somewhat dirty. Not the dirtiest thing I've ever seen. It's also quite tight. Like I don't think it's really meant for somebody my size. Oh, this is shaky. Oh my gosh, this is definitely gonna break. This is the scariest thing I've ever been in. Okay, we made it across. Good. Okay, so there's two paths here. So they actually do give you a variety of choice here. So you can either go up or down. I, of course, am gonna go up because I wanna see the actual slide. And I take back, I don't think that it's dirty necessarily. I just don't think it's clean. So if we're going off the pure cleanliness of this, I would say like a 7 out of 10, but it's not terrible. Oh, this is like caving in a little bit. And I actually see a soda down there. All right, there goes the clean rating. But let me go down the slide because that's the fun part. Oh, there's even some more cups here as well. So I don't know if this is necessarily gonna get a 7. I think I'm gonna revise that downwards. But what about the fun? Here we go. That was the worst playground I've ever been in. Cleanliness, 4. Fun, 6. Safety, 6. Which brings our total to 16. Divide that by 3, and we are looking at a 5.3 stars at this Burger King playground. I mean, it's what you'd expect. Like, Burger King is definitely the one that is lagging behind as opposed to, say, Chick-fil-A and McDonald's, but nonetheless, they do have a playground, so you could technically bring your kid here, and at least they have tic-tac-toe, which you could play. I'm a winner, but not on that thing. All right, so I actually built a website that reviews every playground that I've been to and gives them ratings, locations, and lets other people give reviews as well. So this is what I put together. So it's called Play Scout, and these are all the store playgrounds, and they're ranked, and there's different things you could do with it. So for instance, you could filter by indoor, outdoor, free. You could save playgrounds. You could add your own. There's guidelines you have to abide by. But here's some I've been to so far. So for instance, the McDonald's, we have the score I gave it. We have the different categories, and then I have a little review as well. And you guys are then free to contribute as well if you also visit any of these playgrounds. I feel like it's good to have just to keep track of everything, and in case you guys want to hit some playgrounds and contribute to this in the future. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out because I am not technical whatsoever, so it was cool that I was able to build this in like less than 2 hours using Lovable. And I'm actually giving away $1,000 to one of you guys for whoever has the coolest Lovable build, so make sure to go ahead and build something cool using Lovable and DM me on Instagram for a chance to win. So all you have to do is think of your dream business. It can literally be anything. Then use Lovable to turn your idea into a real working app by just chatting with AI. You can generate front-end and back-end logic instantly, connect integrations from places like Shopify and Stripe, and literally launch entire projects without the need for a full-fledged dev team. It just works. You go from 0 to a full-fledged app in like an afternoon. There's over 200,000 projects per day being built on Lovable, so everybody's using it. So thanks again to Lovable for sponsoring this video, and make sure to follow and DM me on Instagram so you can send me your cool Lovable build, and I will be giving one of you guys $1,000. All right, but anyways, we have a lot more playgrounds to hit up, so let's keep going. So we've seen some of these store playgrounds, but now I'm in the amusement park here in the American Dream Mall, and I want to go inside of this mega Paw Patrol playground because this one is massive. And fun fact, if you guys have seen in the other video, I actually own one of the rides that is in the Paw Patrol playground. So I am actually an equity owner in this playground. So full disclosure, I do have a bias. I'm probably gonna give it a 10 out of 10. But I wanna go in here because this is by far the most expansive playground yet. So let's see what's inside. All right, so here we are. This is the entrance area. So just like any playground, you're gonna put your shoes right here. And let's begin. Whoa, all right. So I think it's 3 full floors and there's 3 different sections. We're gonna get to my section last, but we're starting off here at chase, and I'm already a bit confused. It's kind of like a maze here. Here we go. So you start here, and then, how am I getting lost in a child's maze? I like this little squishy ground too. Like you're able to bounce, which is fun. Ah, here we go. Okay, so I guess this is officially the first area. Gives you some of the instructions. Make sure you're dressed properly. Don't bring outside items. All right, but let's go up. Oh, pretty difficult actually. This is like a full-on lunch to get up here. So if you're like 3 years old, this is nearly impossible. All right, I said it was 3 floors. It's probably 6 floors because if each of these are a floor, we're on the 4th floor right now. Oh, this is fun. So there's some paddles here they have to get through. I guess you could just do that too. Little like boxing thing here. That's fun. Okay, more steps. You really get a workout in here. Okay, we're in the 5th floor now, and this thing is very expansive. So far, in terms of just like the build out, this is the most robust, clearly. Here's a fun little thing with a little net here. I'm not confident that I'm supposed to be on here given the weight. All right, feels very safe and stable, good. So far, cleanliness is also great here. Okay, whew, so we're pretty high up now. I think we're at the top because you see like the little like helicopter propeller. There's a slide over here. No, so it's just a little lookout area. This is like the ultimate hide and seek map. Like this would be really fun to play hide and seek on because there's just so many different places you could hide. What is this? I don't know what that does. All right, that's cool. So the frequency just increases. They got Diggerland references here in the Paw Patrol playground area. Oh, a little obstacle. Nothing I can't handle. Now we're gonna go down here. Wow, you have to be skinny to get down here. Oh, and when I come up through this, it's like Wipeout. We have, wait a second, how am I supposed to cross that? Why is this on hard mode? There we go, there we go. Oh, I can't fall because this would be crazy. Oh, there's padding, thankfully. Oh, I might be too big for this. So this is the Marshall area, but I want to go down the big slide, which is right here next to us, because this is like the Boston slide. Roll the clip. Okay, here it is. This is the entrance to the slide. Look how high up I am. This slide is going to be insane. Here we go. Oh, this velocity's crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Woo. All right, that is not friendly on the tailbone, but that was a lot of fun. This slide is like peak. Now, in terms of the fun rating, this one is obviously the most expansive, so that's going to get a 10 out of 10 because there's a lot of different things to do. In addition to that, it was pretty clean as well, and then I also felt pretty safe at all times outside of that one drop. So for the drop, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, but for the cleanliness, I'll also give that a 9 out of 10, which brings the average score of this Paw Patrol playground to a 9.3, which is the highest. And to be fair, it is a pretty built-out playground, and it's competing with like Burger King and McDonald's and stuff, but lots of fun here. The next store playground we're going to take a look at is the Lego store playground. So apparently one of the largest indoor store playgrounds is here at the Lego store, which sounds cool. I mean, I went to the Legoland Hotel and they had a pretty cool playground, but what does the Lego store playground look like? We're gonna find out. Apparently this thing is sick. I will let you know because now I am the expert of indoor playgrounds at stores. Okay guys, so we made it down and this is what the actual playground looks like here at the Legoland Discovery Center. So it's pretty built out. I think I even see some monkey bars in there as well, but I'm excited to go inside this one because this one might just be the best one yet. So here are the rules of play. So children must be between 32 and 58 inches to enter the soft play area. I should be good. Socks must be worn at all times. Check. All children must be monitored by an adult. Check. Okay, so first things first. Wow, really getting that like upper body strength going early. So if you're here at the playground area here at the Legoland, you can swing across. I feel like I would definitely break these, so I don't want to put too much pressure on them, but just imagine somebody swinging on these branches here. So that's going to be the ultimate finale, which is that slide right there. Do we have a sideways rock wall here? How are you supposed to scale this? I guess this. Am I doing this right? Here's this area, which is just a pretty simple walkthrough. It's pretty bouncy on this thing, which is nice. Then we have a little Ninjago turn feature. So far very clean, and I'd say in terms of fun, I mean, tons of diversity, a lot of different things, but up here is where we're really gonna test whether or not this thing is worth it. Everyone knows the best part of a store playground is the slide, and specifically the upstairs portion, because that's where you really start to get really into the obstacles. They're playing some very zen music right there. A little scary here. Oh, another obstacle here. Okay. That was the easiest obstacle to get past ever. Oh my God. This is very unique to a playground. We have like a little like mirror maze, if you even want to call it that, because it's just directly through. Squid Game here. A little bit nervous standing on that. Okay, we made it. A little bit trippy here too with all the different mirrors, so I don't really know where I'm going, but I'm just gonna exit straight. Okay, and then this leads you back down, so I think it's time to go through this slide. And to get there, I have to crawl through this little slide. I might be the oldest person to ever go through here. All right, here we go. Oh. I don't think my body is meant for slides, but that slide was pretty good. But there's a lot more in this playground area, so let's check it out. So if you stand on this, then with your weight, you're able to spin on it. That is a fast track to getting dizzy. Okay, this is called the Bank Laser Challenge. Make your way through the maze of lasers using your flexibility and dexterity to avoid laser beams. This is like bank heist where they can't touch the red lines. This is gonna be insane. So after you have fun in the playground here at the Legoland Discovery Center, you can actually complete a bank heist through the laser maze. Oh, whoa. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Yep. Oh. One more obstacle. Oh, now you have to get over.
You're supposed to put your hand on that.
Oh, no. So here is Miniland, which in the Legoland Discovery Center is basically like replicas of cities made using Legos. And since we are in New Jersey, they have things like MetLife Stadium, which is called Get Life. It's actually where the World Cup final is going to be. Looks like we could play something here. What do we got? Wait, what? That's crazy. I could move this guy? Then over here we have the Statue of Liberty and a few more cool things. You know what? It'd be really cool if I had my own like little Lego that they could put into this like figurine area. If I can get a Miniland Lego, that would be my dream. This is the Lego Duplo Park, which I think is activities for really young kids. So if like you're under the age of 3, I think this is where you would go. So let's explore that a little bit. All right, this is fun. Hook a duck. Wait, this might be the best game yet. So do I just fish and try to like magnetize a duck? All right, that's embarrassing. I don't think he's working. I actually don't think any of these are working. Come on now. There we go, caught a duck. And then up here, oh, there's like a little slide here. Kind of intense actually if you're a toddler going down that. Here we have the jungle jump. I at first thought this was a slide, but then it says, please do not slide. So I guess this is for your Lego car or something, and it could jump off and go into that little pile of Legos. I want to see if I could find a Lego car that I could put down to try to make that jump over the crocodile. All right, so I guess we have to maybe build a car. There's one there. Oh, here's one. Somebody already went through the work and they actually built one, and it looks like it even has some wings in the back of it. Let's make the jump. Backup car. Last attempt. This is embarrassing. We totaled 2 cars right there. They even have a coffee shop that serves Starbucks coffee here. Pretty insane playground. And then they have other things too, like a creative workshop, a bake shop as well next to it, and then some other things next to the movie theater. Like it looks like a girl-specific Lego area. But now we're going on the ride. There's a literal ride here. All right, let's do this. Oh, this is sick. Okay, so I have a wand here and I'm supposed to shoot things. So as we enter, I have like Harry Potter powers. All right, let's see what we got. Oh.
Discovery Center is blocked up ahead.
Hey, yo, we're taking a bath. Wait, why'd we stop?
Oh, gotta pop the bubble.
Oh, I gotta pop the bubble. Okay. Oh my God. All right, hold your breath, fellas. We're in space. All right, we got moon rocks and stuff. Yeah. Give it to me. Cheese. Oh, I didn't smile. All right, I think we did pretty good. So overall, combined, we reached 10,000 points, which is actually a world record that we just achieved right there. So this is our picture on the ride that we were on. Wow, so intensely playing the game right there. Even Michael intensely filming it. And we are back in the Lego store, just like that. It's a little secret room underground where you got the whole play area, and then you exit. It's like a little gift shop on the way out. All right, guys, so that was the Lego store playground that you just saw. Tons to do besides the actual playground. Tons of activities and things that you saw, Lego building activities. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that, in terms of fun, a 10 out of 10, in terms of safety, a 10 out of 10, and in terms of cleanliness, a 10 out of 10, which gives us a perfect 10 out of 10 rating. The next store we're at is none other than Chuck E. Cheese. Now the Chuck E. Cheese playground is called the Adventure Zone, and every single Chuck E. Cheese has them, so 100% of them do have them. I've never been on one before because they do have restrictions around the size and the age you have to be. We're gonna see if we can go in and test out this playground though, because I just wanna go on it. Chuck E. Cheese also, obviously part of their playground is all the different activities and arcade games they have. They're like Dave & Buster's fused with like a Gymboree. But you guys know Chuck E. Cheese, so let's go in and see if we can finesse getting on this playground. Okay, so far all they say is no firearms. They don't say no adults on the playground. All right, and we're getting stopped, but to the left over there is the Adventure Zone in the flesh, and it says please see the attendant for access. All right, so they have a trampoline zone here, so it looks like you're able to hop on the trampoline, but it says that you must be under 56 inches, so a little bit of a limitation, but I'm gonna ask the attendant to see if I can get in, because it's closed off right now. You can't go in unless you get permission. Would it be possible for me to get onto the playground area to do like a walkthrough of it?
So I have to be like under 56 inches and there's like a weight limit.
All right, so I can't go on the playground, but what do we got here? Kids only. Maybe this is not the video for me. I wonder if you're not big, but you're an adult, if you can go on. All right, at the very least, let me go ahead and shatter a record here in NBA hoops, as I typically do. All right, the goal is to get 20. I think we actually are breaking the record here. My work here is done. Last shot. If I make this, you have to subscribe. If not, you have to unsubscribe. I'm willing to put it on the line. All right, so I am big enough to play this game because this is what big guys play. So I'm gonna play some football here and try to break the high score again. Long bomb. Oh, long bomb. Long bomb. Oh. Ooh, they have a doodle jump here at this Chuck E. Cheese. If you don't know doodle jump, you don't know ball. This was like the first mobile game that was actually fun. So you basically start as this doodle at the very bottom, and your goal is to just climb to the top of the map. Collect some tickets along the way. Actually, we created a game that's quite similar to this. You guys should check it out on YouTube Playables, called Sambucha Blocks, and it's effectively the same idea. Sambucha Blocks is better anyways. What better store to assess their playground than Toys R Us? So right now I'm outside of it and my plan is to go inside and see what they have for the kiddos. But I wanna see where this stacks up because so far we've been to a lot of interesting places, but none that are literally meant to be playgrounds for kids. So let's go inside. All right, fun little start here. You can put your head through this like you're a lion. It's kind of playgroundy. Now the slide is on the top floor. Let's see if it's open. All right, here we go. Every single time I come to Toys R Us, the slide is closed. So I'm gonna see if we can get some secret private access to test this slide out. But in the meantime, let's see the other play area. So they have this Playmobil fire truck, which is very similar to the one that I have in the Universal World. I don't know if I can comfortably fit inside, but actually there's no shot I could fit in this basically. Okay, they have a Lego station as well, though it doesn't look stocked with Legos. So I think there's only a couple you could play with. Some magnets here. See if I can spell out my name, leave something. Exclusive access to the slide. All right, I feel honored. First person down the slide today, going down the slide. I like that name. All right, you're gonna see me at the bottom, but here I go. See you down there. Oh.
Cover's over here.
Oh yeah, I wanted to wait till
All right, guys, so as you can see, the Legoland Discovery Center does in fact have the best playground on paper, but I want to give a big shout out to all these stores and restaurants in this video for having playgrounds still in the first place, because honestly, it's a lost art and I'm glad they still exist. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content, be sure to click here or click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.